So you made it to the C-suite. Congratulations. You worked hard to get here, but don't forget that with new heights come new challenges. And as a new C-suite leader, there are certain obstacles you're going to face. And today, I'm going to explore some of the common challenges that come with taking a seat at the infamous table that you long aspired to sit at. Let's dive in. All right, listen up, new C-suite leaders. You're about to take on one of the toughest challenges of your career. But don't worry, because we're about to go over some of the most common obstacles that you're going to face and how to conquer them. First up, building trust. This could be particularly challenging if you're coming from the outside or a part of a recent acquisition. Regardless, you gotta be transparent and open with your intentions and listen to the concerns of your team. Take the time to get to know those you work with personally and try to understand their perspectives and their priorities. Next, managing change. You're likely going to be tasked with shaking things up, and that's no easy feat. This could involve anything from restructuring the team to implementing new technology or processes. This can be daunting, especially if the changes are radical or there is resistance among certain team members. Managing change is never easy, and taking the time to assess the situation and create a plan of action before making any drastic changes is really important. To succeed, you're going to need to communicate your vision clearly. You're going to need to involve stakeholders in the decision-making process, and you're going to need to be prepared to make adjustments along the way. Third, balancing priorities. You're going to have a lot on your plate, so you must learn how to prioritize and delegate tasks. You'll most likely be responsible for overseeing multiple business initiatives, each with its own set of goals and priorities. To be effective, you'll need to become comfortable being uncomfortable, and you're going to need to be able to make difficult decisions when necessary. It's also important to maintain a bigger picture perspective and avoid getting bogged down in the details of individual projects. Just don't sweat the small stuff. Fourth, managing relationships. As a C-suite leader, you'll interact with many key stakeholders, including investors, clients, employees, and partners. You're going to be dealing with many different people, so you better sharpen your communication and negotiation skills if you're going to build strong relationships with key allies. It's also important to proactively identify and address any potential conflicts before they escalate. The fifth challenge C-suite leaders face is staying ahead of trends in their industry. See, technology changes so fast, and as a result, you're going to need to stay up to date on all industry developments and then also anticipate future trends to make informed decisions about the business. This may require connecting with executives in similar positions who could provide valuable insights. The next challenge is developing a clear growth strategy. As a C-suite executive, you must identify the best opportunities to grow the business, determine the resources needed, and set measurable goals to track, measure, and monitor progress. The business landscape is constantly evolving, and companies must be able to adapt quickly if they're going to stay ahead of the competition. Growth often involves taking risks, and C-suite executives must carefully assess and manage these risks to minimize their impact on the company's operations and financial position. One of the most difficult challenges new C-suite leaders face is employee development and retention. See, many C-suite leaders assume that their best people are good to go, and they don't require the care and feeding they often reserve for those who are just needier. Retaining your best people is easy when you demonstrate that you care about them and are willing to invest in their development. I see this time and time again. When C-level leaders enroll their mid-level leaders in my leadership program, they become the most tenured employees for one simple reason: because they feel valued by their employer. That's common sense, but it's not always common practice. Finally, new C-suite leaders often face the challenge of maintaining a strong company culture. See, culture is critical, so you got to be a role model and foster an environment of transparency, collaboration, and accountability. Being part of the executive team, you are now expected to lead by example. This means developing effective communication skills, staying organized, maintaining high ethical standards, and demonstrating resilience when faced with difficult tasks or decisions. It also means inspiring others through your actions and your words. It's the responsibility of the C-suite to be a walking billboard for the habits and behaviors that you want others to exhibit, and now you're part of that club. So there you have it. Trust, change management, priority management, relationships and allies, staying ahead of trends, developing a clear growth strategy, developing and retaining your best employees, and leading by example. These are just some of the challenges a new C-suite leader faces. Conquer them, and you'll become one badass C-suite executive. If you want help, go to C-Level Freedom, and I will show you how you can transform yourself and the leaders that you work with at every level in the business into growth champions, so you have the freedom to focus on doing what you love. Follow the link in the description if you're interested. If your leaders on your team want to become the leader that others want to follow or just want to love working for, I invite you to share with them the link in the description and have them apply for our 12-week Self 2.0 leadership program. Registration for our next session is now open, and we're accepting applications until it fills up. If you're at neither of these stages yet, I would like to simply buy you a copy of my book, Freedom to Experiment: How to Ignite a New Level of Energy, Focus, and Momentum in yourself and your team. Follow the link in the description, and I'll personally sign a copy for you. And I'll even say congratulations in my signing. Okay, if you like what I shared today, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below related to your business, and of course subscribe, because each week I'm sharing content to help you and your team embrace change, focus your efforts, and accelerate results. Remember this, you're just one idea away. We'll talk to you soon.